So you might have seen a video that I dropped earlier today. This is what the thumbnail looked like. I'm saying looked in the past tense because the video is gone. Now in that video, I called out another YouTube creator because she made accusations against Grizzly True Crime. But those accusations weren't really just about Grizzly, they were about every other creator who covered the Maddie Soto case. Because this individual claimed that basically she covered it first and all the other creators were basically too gutless to cover it until when she actually covered it. Basically, she's claiming that she personally was approached and asked to cover the case because nobody else would touch it because of what the case was about, because of the things that Stefan Stearns had done. So in this video, which I titled False Claims About Grizzly True Crime, I pointed out that Grizzly doesn't shy away from covering any content. I also pointed out and demonstrated that in fact Grizzly was the first person on this case. Grizzly's first video on Maddie Soto came out on the 29th of February. She was followed closely by myself, Plunder True Crime, Grey Hughes, Strategic Eyes, a few other channels the following day, on the 1st of March. This individual that claims that she was the very first person covering Maddie's case, well, she didn't actually start covering it till the 6th of March. So she was a week behind Grizzly, and yet she claims that Grizzly wouldn't cover Maddie's case at first because she didn't want to go there because of the content. Essentially, Grizzly was too gutless to cover Maddie's case. Now, apparently I have to refer to this other content creator as she who shall not be named because she gets upset over what she believes to be privacy issues over anyone talking about her or her channel. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you can go check it out on my TikTok or on Rumble. However, this content creator, she who should not be named, put in a privacy complaint against my video. Now, if you watch the video, you'll know that because I knew she was a bit of a petty individual and didn't like being called out, I zoomed out so that I did not show any clear images of her face on my video. Yes, you could hear her voice, but you can hear her voice on her channel. That's not a privacy issue. What I was doing was covered under fair use. If you're not sure what fair use is, look up the Fair Use Act 1976. However, according to this creator, using her publicly available content, one small clip thereof, for the purposes of commentary, for the purposes of doing a reaction, for the purposes of beginning a discussion, that is a privacy issue. Now, this is the ultimate in hypocrisy, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I've blurred out the face of she who shall not be named, because of course that would be privacy for me to actually include her image in this video. So I've blurred out the face. But see, here's the thing. This individual who's claiming privacy, because in my video I used a clip from her channel, builds her channel on doing precisely just that. Every single one of her videos is basically her playing someone else's video with their voice, with their image, while she nods along and might occasionally add one or two words. Her thumbnails, as you can see, are quite often designed to make it look like those individuals are guests on her show. She uses the images of these people on her thumbnails to draw in views. Just to remind you, that's what my thumbnail looked like. I didn't use any images of other creators to try and draw in views. I don't do that because my content is all original. My content is commentary on content that is publicly available on YouTube. My content is analysis of speech and body language. My content doesn't consist of me playing someone's video and nodding my head for the next 10 minutes. Now, I apologise if I offend anyone by making this video, but I'm not going to be bullied anymore by this creator. I'm not going to just lick my wounds and wander off into the corner and pretend that this didn't happen, because that's what she would like to see. This creator is quite used to bullying other creators on YouTube. This creator has reacted in spite because she got called out for bad-mouthing grisly true crime. Someone who has way more class in her little finger than this individual who should not be named. So I'm not going to lie down and take it. And feel free to unsubscribe from my channel if you don't like me doing this kind of content. I don't plan on making a habit of it, but I also don't plan on lying down and being walked all over by a bully. Because plain and simple, that is what has happened here. This individual has been called out for basically making allegations against multiple YouTube channels in one video. Basically claiming that all of us who are covering Maddie's case were too spineless to cover her case until this person started covering it. Those allegations were a direct attack on Grizzly's reputation, and while she didn't name other channels, on all the other channels that cover Maddie Soto's case. And one thing about me that you've probably figured out by now is that while I am a fairly mild-mannered person, while I do often ignore when people bully me directly and let it go, when things are escalated, when I see people bullying other people or making claims that are damaging other people's reputations, then I will stand up and I will say something. It's called having moral fibre, which apparently is something which this YouTube creator has absolutely zero of. So yes, my video has been removed, and I'm sure that creator feels pretty good about herself right now. But you know what? You've just proven how petty and pathetic you are. You've just shown how morally corrupt you are. You've just shown exactly the sort of person that you are. Honestly, right now I have no more to say on this, because I think if I keep talking, I might say something that I regret. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will just remind people, If you are uncertain of who it is I am talking about, and if you are interested in watching the video that's been removed from YouTube, then I will provide the link for you to watch it over on Rumble, and I will also provide the TikTok link where you can see the shorter TikTok version of the same thing. Thank you, and I'll catch you in my next video. Maybe.
I've been to